Hello, Gary Hernandez here, and welcome to Cane Self Defense and Master Gary Hernandez. In this video, I'm going to go over the Gray Man cane. There's a gentleman that bought one of these canes recently, and he shot me an email. He loves the cane, but he wants to know a little bit more how to use it for self-defense. Because the Gray Man cane is basically a safety cane that is designed for getting you out of a vehicle, because it has a built-in glass breaker so you can get out of your vehicle if something goes wrong. But I call it the Gray Man cane because it can also double as a self-defense tool with either the cane or the glass breaker. Now, this is the design I came up with, and Don from D-N-R Woodworks took my design and made it reality and built this cane off my design and brought it to life. So the Gray Man cane is made of hickory. It's extremely strong, and built into the back of the cane, that you can see, is a removable glass breaker, because here in Florida we're surrounded 3/4 by water. There's lakes, rivers, canals all over the place, and if something happens and we happen to go into a ditch or something and the water's filling up, I can pull my glass breaker and bust the window out. If I'm in a smaller car, or if I'm getting older and I don't have a good leverage to bust the window out this way, this glass breaker is designed to do just that. Get me out of my car. And what it is this high-powered magnet built into the cane and built into the glass breaker that when you simply put it in, locks right in, and it stays locked in pretty good. So you have it with you at all times, because you're going to have your cane with you at all times. Now, the gentleman asked me, how does this work well for self-defense? Well, I'm going to show you a couple of things that you can do with it. Now, give me a hand, it's going to be Mr. Bob. Now, just like any other cane, obviously you have your strikes. You can swing. You can strike to the head, body, or leg. So you have the same capability of any other cane. Now, this is a derby style handle. And this right here, I have it a little bit fatter on one end, a little bit thinner down here, and it holds my palm perfectly. Now, with the derby style handle, there's several different things I can do with this. Number one, I can do, besides the traditional bayonet strike, I can use the handle, whether, if you, let's say he's throwing a haymaker, I can catch him into the shoulder area and jam it in there, moving it back. I could also catch him perfectly into the throat, moving him back. If he was throwing a kick, I can either A, catch him into the knee, or B, catch him into that shin, which is going to really hurt. I can also hit him in the pelvic area. So I can do a lot of good shots with that. And if you notice the configuration of this, it's going to fit perfectly into the throat area. Now, I have one end here, a little bit fatter, that I can use as a hammer. And on the other end, it's kind of pointed up, and I can use it similar to a spike. So that allows me to, whether I'm in close or whether I'm far away, use it as a impact weapon. So I could strike down the collarbone causing injury, I could strike into the body, I could strike into the knee. If he's reaching for me, I could strike into the hand. If life and death situation, I can strike into the head. Now I could turn it, and using the more pointed edge kind of as a cutting implement, because I can cut into soft tissue and flesh, and I can do what's called pressure cuts. Again, I could come down on the face, cutting into it, or if I have to, into the head, which would open them up. I can still cut down into the collarbone, and I can hit into the legs or knees still. I could also use this end right here, catching them into the groin. Now, even though it's not a traditional horn, I can still hook the neck, bringing them in. And I can also use either side for striking, as well as a traditional rifle strike. So you have the benefit of doing that when you're using your cane for self-defense, with an added feature. If I happen to be here and he gets a hold of my cane and I'm fighting, now I can pull out my glass breaker and turn it into a ready hand-held Kubotan, which is a short fighting stick, and I can strike into the neck area, into the head, into the collarbone. I can strike down on the jointed areas and cause injury. If he was to grab a hold of me with using, and you know how to work a Kubotan, you could catch on the bone, stick on bone, push down, and then strike. So the Kubotan is a great short fighting stick to have, but in this case, it's a glass breaker that will double as a Kubotan. So that's where the gray man effect comes into. It's primary and mainly a glass breaker, but we had it designed to be used for in case self-defense. And again, 2 high-powered magnets keeps it nice and locked in. So now you're good to go. It stays in. And if I want to just swing, I just choke down a little bit and I can pop and swing. So you're going to be able to use this mobility cane and safety cane for self-defense. Again, you can swing, you can bayonet strike, you can pull, you can rifle strike, and you have the abilities to use a shorter stick if you wanted to even do both. Thank you, sir. So, there's a lot of benefits to using this cane. So, hopefully that answers your question, sir. And just wanted to tell Don again from D-N-R Woodworks, fantastic job. Thank you, sir. The Gray Man cane, a lot of people like them. And those of you that have already purchased them, and there's several people that have, thank you very much. I'm glad you're happy with them. And if you have any questions on that cane, let me know. And you can get a hold of Don at D-N-R Woodworks if you're ever interested. I'll have the information in the bottom of this. Also, I want to give a shout out to 2 other cane people out there that are friends of mine, and they're working hard all the time. They have good content. If you get an opportunity, look these guys up. And you have Sons of Canes. You have my boys over there across the pond, Kevin and Chris. Those guys do a fantastic job. And then down in South Florida, we have Matt Pasquinilli. He does a fantastic job as well. He does a lot of other stuff besides cane. Matt does a lot with he'll do nunchucks, he'll do a screaming sticks, he's really fantastic with the bow staff. So you'll see him twirling the staff, showing all the different techniques with it. If you get an opportunity, check his channel out. He's always doing a live video feeds, so you'll get a chance to actually even interact with him a little bit and do a workout with him. So check him out. I'll put his name in the bottom here also. And he's in Florida, so he's in my time. He does his live feeds. They're usually, I'm going to say, sometimes around 11-ish. Maybe he'll do either 1 or sometimes 2. And then the other one's around maybe 1-ish or 2-ish. Don't quote me exactly. If you go on there, you'll see some old video footage, and then you'll kind of pick up on when he does his live feeds. But check him out. He's a good guy. He does a lot of good stuff, and I think you're going to enjoy his stuff, as well as Kevin and Chris over in the UK, Sons of Canes. Those guys are putting out video content just about every day. So check them out, and trust me, you will not be disappointed. Those guys are all very good guys to watch. So, and thank you for watching our channel. And if you haven't, subscribe to our channel, please. And if you like what you see, give us a thumbs up. Gary Hernandez, thank you, and I will see you guys very soon.